So let's talk about morals and behaviors. Let's talk about that for a minute. See, the more science and technology advances, the greater is the need for the observance and practice of the teachings and instructions of divine prophets in human societies. This is because science and technology provide only machines and instruments and by no means prevent their misuse by human beings. The terrible rise in murder, other felonies, corruption, suicide, and so forth clearly points to the very fact if morality, which is a significant part of the teachings of divine prophets, does not prevail and govern in human societies, surely not only will advanced science and technology fail to ensure human peace and prosperity, but they will add to our problem and miseries. For the exploiters and colonists utilize advanced technology and science for their own satanic purposes. They murder and make homeless millions of human beings as they always have. And trample upon the rights of the weak and the defenseless. As a matter of fact, the only factor that can alter man's resistive soul and control his stormy instinct and passion, and thus utilize science and technology for human prosperity. And Pacific life is true morality, which originates in faith in God. The moral teachings and precepts of the divine prophets and their moral behavior are the best means of leading man to his ideal life. It goes on without saying that both in personal and in social life, the observance of moral principles is required of all. However, for those who must lead societies and guide the people, this requirement is much greater. Because first, the one who is the instructor of society must himself be a model of supreme moral behavior and excellent human characteristics. So he will be able to wipe more decay out of the people's hearts and minds. Obviously, if he himself is lacking in morality, he will fail to lead the people into the path of humanity and virtue. Second, The responsibility of leading human society is so great and crucial that no one can successfully perform it unless he has perfect morals. And for this reason, God selected his prophets from among those who possess exalted spirits, great tolerance, extraordinary patience, and other excellent moral characteristics. It was with this weapon of morality that divine prophets overturned the debased societies that were plunged in corruption and led the ignorant people who had gone astray onto the path of virtue and salvation. The sublime celestial modes of the prophets brought about the waves of the revolution of God. First in Abraham's societies and afterwards all over the world. In the light of this, all embracing spiritual and intellectual resurrection, dispersion turned unto unity, unchastity into chastity and virtue, idleness into hard work and industry, selfishness to altruism. Men and women were thus trained to become models of good moral behavior and manners forever. And that was the moral and characteristics of the prophets that came before us. They left us with messages, clues and stuff. We have to follow our messengers, because we don't want to be amongst the losers. No. We want to be amongst the winners. And may God keep us with him. May the peace and blessings of God be amongst us all. Amen. 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 Amen.